it was totally unintentional from the beginning for it to be what it is now. Me being an actor, being a poet, being a performer, I wanted to create something that I can be able to go to, and most importantly, other people just like me can have access to. East Los Angeles is not really exposed to a lot of poetry, and I figured that there are a lot of poets, there's a lot of great writers, there's a lot of great performers that just have grown up and they have not experienced this kind of accessibility. The main idea is to create an art space that is the heart of East LA, that is by people from East LA, and we can garnish artistic wealth in East LA. East LA has really brought me to realize how important my roots are. You know, I never really understood my culture and understood my background because just being from foster care and just being very timid and quiet growing up, I didn't ask a lot of questions. You know, I was a very loving child. I always wanted to just help people. At first, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. You know, I went to school for nursing, and I realized that just wasn't something I wanted to do. You know, I went to school changed my major to astrophysics. You know, I love math, and it turns out I didn't want to do math, and ended up finding theater. You know, and my brother was actually the one that went to ELAC, and he was showcasing a play during the winter session. He's like, hey, do you want to be one of these main characters? They're looking for another role. We look exactly the same, you know, so if you could just play this role, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And that was my first time being really exposed to acting. After we did ELAC, we thought, okay, my brother started to create this brand, East Soul, and at first we just wanted to be merchandising, right, to create a clothing brand, and that's still in the process, but then I'm like, yo, what if we had a space for artists where they could showcase everything they want, you know, and they could actually earn money from it, and it'd just be a free space.
Well, it's a community event, and I was interested in coming to see like what's the whole purpose of this, and just to, you know, enjoy the moment with the community and show my art. I make handmade jewelry, so I make earrings, necklaces, and just different little things that we want to add up to the culture.
I saw that it was so close to my job, and once I got here, it really felt like I belonged, like I didn't feel like an outsider being here. And the people that have been at the event vending have all been so great, and the people that come are like so friendly and like genuinely interested in the art.
Going to other places and vending there feels like they don't even want you to be there. And then coming here feels so welcoming and inviting and peaceful and happy, and I love it.
If somebody wants to show their art, perform, sell anything that they've handmade, they have to go to a flea market, they have to go to a swap meet, they have to go to downtown. Not that that's a problem, but it's not accessible. Not a lot of people are able to just hop on a train, to take the bus, to ask a friend for a ride. Some people don't have cars, and it's usually at times where it's like once a month or once a year. And I wanted to make sure that we're here every single week, so I figured let's go on Wednesdays. It's the middle of the week. It's at a time where most people are out of work, and they can bring their families. If they can't make it one week, they can make it the next week.
This is my work for my Photo 64 class in college, and so this was a 6-month documentary of East Hollywood. So this is around the Koreatown area. So these are all business owners. These are photos of like the businesses in the area.
Something that we don't really think about in our community is that art is a very high commodity that's not very talked about, very much talked about, because it's so expensive. And you know, that's not to say that the prices that they have for their art is bad, but it's just from the terms of our community, we can't afford that. And so I figured that there's a lot of people that do have art that's affordable, and
if somebody values that art, values that artist, then over time, when they hold onto the art piece that they bought from them, it can gain value over time. So they're increasing their value as someone, as an art holder.
If some people don't know, this actually used to be an old school boys and girls club. I've been coming here since I was 5 years old, so it's really close to home to me. So without further ado, friends, we are going to get these poets going. There is no time limit considering the amount of poets we have tonight. I will say this is a record breaker for how many performers we have tonight, so I'm like super excited about it. Really excited to hear new voices, new stories, new experiences.
I think that there's a lot of stories that have not been told from our community. I know that I always loved growing up listening to my grandmother, my tias, just talk about outlandish, amazing things that they did in the past. And so with the poetry and the open mics and people being able to perform on stage, they're storytellers. They're able to express themselves in a way that they've always wanted to. Most importantly, they can find their fan base within people that are local.
This is a safe place for you to speak your mind, to speak your truth, to speak what you think from the heart, from the head, from your own experiences. And as an audience, we ask that you give them that space, that trust.
Hi everyone, my name is Gracie Diaz and I'm a Brown Beret.
Basically, it's just important for us to know about what occurred, because not a lot of people know about it, and how good of a man Ruben Salazar was, and what the purpose was of the Chicano moratorium, what they were doing for that day, what was the reasons, and if you go to this, you'll find out a lot of information.
Isla Sol has a great community, and I really love that everyone here is really friendly. We're entrepreneurs. We're all trying to chase like the same kind of dream.
With that, we're allowed to just, sit here and be comfortable and be okay with how we have everything set up. And I'm really enjoying this, and I can't wait to keep doing it.
Yeah, because essentially my artwork is based like on my community, so like that's.
There's a lot of events being hosted, but it's more to take profits from artists and vendors and from communities, instead of creating a space where it's accessible for everyone to express themselves. And also I really like how they create a safe space for anyone to come through and do poetry or MC or just vent. And it feels very welcoming. Everyone's so nice here.
We have a lot of people here, we have a lot of worth, we have a lot of strong hearts and individuals that have put their blood even prior to us living here, This was native land before anybody else, and then a lot of other cultures have lived on top of it, and a lot of people have wanted to take away, they've chipped away from it. And I really looked back into my roots to discover who I am, who I want to be, and what I embody. And I figured, what better way than to call the brand by the city that I grew up in. There's some grand things that I really want to happen for East LA in terms of art, and I really believe that we can get there.